weather issues. But I have hit record. We are going to try to be as efficient as possible. We're super excited for our second call. Oh, let me mute everybody. Is that a small child? Love me some babies. Okay. Everybody is muted. Okay, we are fully recording. This is our second call of June in our income series. So this whole month of June, in case you missed last week, if you did, Rachel kicked it off and did an amazing job. We're really trying to talk about how to maximize not only your team building skills, but maximizing your income. Most of us, especially most of us that get on these calls weekly, a big part of the reason that we got into this job was so that we could make an income and earn income while we're living this healthy lifestyle and helping others along the way. So we're trying to make sure that we are doing a ton of research and we are figuring out the best way to run a smart business and serve our clients, serve our teams, and maximize income. So this is week 2. I'm gonna let Raquel kick us off.
And it probably may not make 100% sense yet. And I'll be super honest, when I first started, probably the first good 6 months of our business, I did not quite understand team volume, team cycle bonus. I watched that video with Michael Neiman a million times and it was like, I think I get it, but I don't. But we're going to keep sharing this with you, and that's why you have us, to help you make good decisions in the way you grow your business. And I promise at some point it's going to click and then you're going to be like, it all makes sense. But at the same time, we're always learning how to maximize the compensation plan. And when we learn things, we share them with you. So again, tonight we're talking about how to make money, how to maximize team volume, what all the volume talk is, how it all works, and what that looks like for you and your business. So again, different types of volume, personal volume, how team cycle bonuses work, which truly, I don't want to be a retailer for the rest of my life, right? Team cycle bonus, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is what gives you that freedom, which is going to provide that passive income that gets you paid while you sleep, that allows you to take a vacation and still make money. And then the game plan for how we can all, as a team, maximize our team volume this week. So get excited for that. All right, Jess.
Will you press present so that this screen?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Okay, let me move the faces so that y'all that are watching the recording can see. Okay, so different types of volume. So you heard us talk about last week, and you'll hear us talk about it over again as we go through income, because like Raquel said, for the first 6 months, probably first year, for being totally honest, we didn't really know how we were making money. We were just moving swiftly and our income was growing, so we were excited. But as we've grown into our businesses, we've really figured out there is a true magic and a true strategic way to make sure you're maximizing that. So you have 2 ways: personal volume and team volume. Personal volume is what you see. So every time you open your online office, you'll see your personal volume. And when you do a sponsorship drill down on your coaches, and maybe you don't know what that is yet, and that's okay, but when you look at your coaches that you're bringing onto your team, you're going to see a section that says personal volume. That's what we're talking about here. That means what you order from yourself. So your monthly Shakeology, your Energize, your Hydrate, your bars, your Recover, whatever you're ordering from yourself, and anything you're selling to customers. So you sell an all-access challenge pack to a customer. They renew their Shakeology on a reoccurring order for the month. They decide to order a 3-day refresh with you. They get energized. Anything that your customers are buying, new customers or old customers, anything they're buying and anything you're purchasing yourself. That is personal volume. Team volume, that comes from what your team is selling and what they are purchasing. So for me, for example, for me, let's just use, we're going to start using kind of like a spouse account and your personal account as ways to kind of describe this as we go through this call. So for me, Caleb is my first coach on my week leg. So for anything that he personally buys, so I run everything through him. Anything besides my personal Shakeology, I put through Caleb. Energize, his Shakeology, the kids' Daily Sunshine, all of that goes through Caleb because that's his personal volume, but that's my team volume. So Caleb's personal volume, what he is purchasing and what he is selling to his customers becomes my team volume. Does that make sense? You can put it in the chat box if I can't see your face. let us know, because I know it can be confusing, but just don't overthink it. Personal volume is what you buy, sell, and sell to your customers. Team volume is what your team is producing. Your team of coaches, what they're producing. Good?
Good.
I'm going to take that as a yes. I don't see anything in the chat. Next.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go through this real quickly, but why is personal volume important? We're going to talk about this. We're going to show it to you, but really the focus of tonight's call is going to be more on team volume. So personal volume, just like Rachel talked about last week, is what you're purchasing and your own clients. It's used to determine your active status and also for achieving different ranks. So 50 PV keeps your account active. So PV is just points associated with different things that I'll show you. But basically, that's all you need to be active, 50 PV. So that's either you purchasing or somebody buys 50 PV worth of product to keep a coach or yourself active. Staying active allows you to earn team cycle bonuses as an emerald or above, and bank up stored volume you can tap into the future. So basically, if you go inactive, meaning you delay your Shakeology order, you don't have any sales coming through yours, and you end up being inactive for a week, you got to check this. You can check in your Coach Online office. You lose, after becoming an Emerald coach, all of that stored volume. That is literally like throwing money down the toilet. So we want to make sure, this is why it's important that you remain active at all times. Otherwise, all that volume that our team is generating that you can tap into and that you can cash in on later goes out, and you start fresh at ground zero. So that is ultimately why PV is so important. I'm just going to quickly go through this. We'll have cheat sheets that we'll put in the team page so that you can see. But here's some personal volume sources. Shakeology, 90 personal volume. All of us are drinking Shakeology. That gets your 50 requirement set up. For the boost, Power Greens, Digestive Health, Focused Energy, Beachbody On Demand with a challenge pack, 3-day refresh. This is what the PV looks like. Same thing, Recover, Energize, Hydrate, the Performance Pack, a box of beach bars, Ultimate Portion Fix. This is what the PV amounts look like. Again, don't stress. We have this. You don't have to be like writing it all down or knowing it. And then Beachbody On Demand subscriptions. Annual, which is the $99, is 38 PV. If they want to pay in 6-month installments, it's 23 PV. And at quarterly, it's 15 PV every time they get charged. So that's what your personal volume looks like. Now, on the flip side of that, what do we earn from these sources? I just thought this was interesting because, like Jessica said in the beginning, I didn't really know how we earned or what things were. Money was just like magically showing up, bless you, showing up in our bank account. I was getting people said I was excited about sharing. People were joining my groups. And honestly, I probably should have had a better grasp on where the money was coming from, which is why we want to make sure that you are aware as well. So Shakeology, you're earning $32.49 from your customers. Here's what you're earning on the boost. Here's what you're earning from a challenge pack and a 3-day refresh. Okay, so again, you can always find this on BB Links, which is an app. That's an easy way for me to find what the price of things are, what the commission is, and what the different PV and TV sources are. And same thing, what do you earn from Recover, Energize, Hydrate, all that good stuff as well. I'm just going to quickly go through that. And then same thing for annual. You'll see somebody will spend $99 on an annual membership, and we're basically making $40, which is a great commission off of a $99 product. I truly think Beachbody On Demand should be in everybody's household just as much as Netflix is or Hulu. Like, I just feel like, why wouldn't you have this? And it's such a cheap subscription. Like, literally I pay more in Netflix than I do for my Beachbody On Demand, which blows my mind. But that's just to kind of give you a little heads up of what the commission that you're making. Okay, Jess, you want to do TV or you want me to do it?
Okay, so switching over, I can do it. Switching over to TV. So again, this is what your team is producing. And Leah asked a question before we press record on the call, so just in case, I'll repeat it. She asked about what happens when you sign up a discount coach and they continue to order Shakeology. Their continual orders of Shakeology or any other consumable, Hydrate, Energize, Recover, any of that goes under TV. So you won't see it come out as a direct dollar commission. You're going to see it go into your team volume, which when you're building a team is going to give you a higher team cycle bonus, which we're going to talk about next. And it's going to ultimately make you more money. So just kind of know that. But your discount coaches, anybody that's a coach, everything that's happening with that coach is going and falling under team volume. So this is all the purchases of your downline coaches and their downline coaches' retail commission. So all of your coaches' PV number becomes your TV. There's no limit to how far it can go down in your organization. Do not get overwhelmed and do not overthink it. Just know your coaches generate your team volume, and your team volume generates your team cycle bonus, which is your passive income, which is your goal to grow. Okay.
So one thing I just want to add to this that's really awesome. I underlined no limit because literally as you get into this business, I think I have something like 98 levels deep that I was looking at. I've been in this business like 4.5 years, but literally a coach who signed up yesterday and they're never met, will probably never talk to in real life, they're adding to our team volume. That is such a unique thing because a lot of different other, multi-level marketing companies are like 5 levels deep only. With Beachbody, they're sharing the wealth. There's literally no limit to how much volume can be contributed to your account. So just know that is a huge, huge benefit to us. Okay, Jess. Okay, I'll go through this one. So again, why is this important? Here's why it's important. So if you're a coach that is happy making just a couple $100s a month by retailing Beachbody products, by selling Beachbody on demand, by getting people set up with challenge packs, by sharing Shakeology, the boost, if that makes you happy and you're just, if I get my Shakeology paid for, if I make a couple $100, cool. Then you know what? You don't have to worry too much about team volume. You just go on, you can just be a normal coach and you can tell. However, if you're on this call, I assume you're somebody who has bigger goals for your business and are looking to really make a full-time income or more. Team volume is literally everything, which is why we want to explain it to you. So we earn in 2 ways. Commissions based on how many customers you personally help, 100% your own effort. Right? So I sign up as a coach, just me, team of 1. Anybody that buys something from my website, I make commission on. Okay? There's a limit on how many people I can reach. If I want to make more money, I have to work harder and do more and talk to more people. The second way we earn is by building a team and leverage the work of all of us to create a substantial income. I just told you, I have like 98 levels or even further deep that we're all building volume together. And we all benefit from the team cycle bonus, which I'm about to show you. This is what TV is and what makes this business model so awesome. Okay? All right. I'll just go ahead and keep talking, Jess, if that's okay. Yeah. Okay, so again, I'm going to explain this to you. Hopefully you got to watch the video from Team Cycle Bonus. I have an album in Team VIP family that's called Show Me the Money. And there's a video that explains Team Cycle Bonus, but we're going to quickly go over it. But basically, once you are an emerald rank, meaning you and 2 other coaches, they can be business building coaches or they can literally be your mom and your best friend like me, or your mom and your spouse. It doesn't really matter, or your first 2 customers. Once you become emerald, now you'll start accumulating volume from the team. If you're just a coach and you're not an emerald, you're going to see coaches being, you're going to see, they're obviously going to be selling stuff, but if you're not an emerald, you're not going to be able to benefit from our team. So when the accumulated team volume equals 300, meaning you have 100 on one leg and 200 on the other, you earn what we call the team cycle bonus. Okay? So here's an example of an emerald coach. On their left leg, they have 540 TV. So that was probably a challenge pack, few Shakeologies, maybe some 3-day refresh, hydrate, energize, 500 team volume. Rachel gave this example last week. On her right leg, she has 200 team volume points, okay? So again, whenever we have 100 on one leg and 200 on this leg, we're gonna subtract, boom, we got a cycle bonus. As an emerald coach, you just made $14 in passive income, okay? This might not have been anything you personally sold. In fact, it wasn't, but you just made $14. Look, we can still subtract 100 and we can still strap 200 here. Boom, another team cycle bonus. You just made another $14. That's $28 in passive income. Anytime you see team cycle bonus paycheck, you should celebrate it because that is huge. Residual passive income is what gives you freedom. I will forever be talking about passive income because that is everything. Now you'll notice we still have 140 team volume over here and 0 team volume over here. But I told you, as long as you stay active, this just collects and banks until you have until this each is 200 and this equals 100. So you don't lose it as long as you stay active, which is again, while we talked about that. So again, it'll just carry over and be applied to the next cycle. A coach may earn up to 96 cycles a day, not a week, a day. We can go into more of that later, but basically just know that is what grows. It'll start at 14 and then it'll be 28 and then it'll be 56. I would say 95% of my income comes from team cycle bonus now. In the beginning, it was strictly retail commission subscriptions, but as you grow and you build a team and you help your team be successful, majority of your income, if you're looking to grow this as a business, will be from team cycle bonus. All right, Jess, you want to go through these real quick or just...
I would just scroll through them. These are just
okay.
examples, just like we had for PV, but don't worry about getting numbers in your head. These are just kind of looking at, so PV and TV do not have the same values assigned. So if you are looking and you're confused on that, PV and TV do not have the same thing. Now, if you this week were looking and you saw that we sent out a TV scoreboard for you to keep up with so that you know the biggest thing is being aware and tracking what makes you money. And what makes you money is TV. Of course, retail makes you money. That's easy to see. You sell it, you make commission. But TV, you really have to pay attention and track so that you know which leg is stronger. Is it my right leg or my left leg? Where do I need to be placing my coaches so that I can grow one side over the other? Because as you just saw in Raquel's and what she was just talking about, it needs to be lopsided. It needs to be double on one leg. You need to have a strong leg. And if you're not tracking your team volume and you don't know where your money's coming from and you can't see that team cycle bonus, where the money is coming from, it's very hard to know where to work in your business. So here's how you find it in your Coach Online office. Right when you sign on to your dashboard, you click on the volume, you go over to your team volume. And remember, our work weeks go from Thursday to Wednesday night. So every Thursday morning, when you go to this team volume section, you're going to see what happened in your business for last week. And it's going to show you left and right leg, what happened with the coaches on your team. On your left leg, what were they generating for team volume, and on your right leg. And I don't know if you have this in the slide, but when you click on that number, it's going to show you every coach that contributed to your team volume, and you're going to be able to see where that team volume is coming from. And that allows you to reach down and shout out your coaches that are doing an incredible job and that are contributing to your entire team's success. Does that make sense?
All right, so next thing we want to talk about, you'll hear us talk about Emerald NonStop. You heard it last week. Emerald gets the party started. Okay, so we just talked about the benefits of Team Cycle Bonus. This opens up your ability to earn it. So make it happen ASAP. If you are a brand new baby coach who signed up this week, that should be your goal this week, tonight, tomorrow, to make Emerald happen. Again, that's just you plus 2. Okay. And then the more working coaches you have on your team producing volume, the more money that you will be able to earn in that Team Cycle Bonus. So every time your team orders, again, 200 on that strong leg, 100 on that weak leg. In 1 week, you earn $14 a cycle as an Emerald coach, 16 as a Ruby coach, and 18 as a Diamond coach. It is crazy not to have your spouse signed up. If you've been on this team for longer than a month, you've heard me say this, my biggest regret if I had a do-over would be to have signed up Ryan sooner. But I waited because I did not understand this. And literally I lose thousands of dollars because I didn't sign him up at the top of my business. So if you do not have a spouse signed up yet, you need to, because what Jessica talked about before is what you sell through your spouse account. You'll earn commission. Obviously, they're your spouse. You probably share finances. Plus, you earn that Team Cycle Bonus volume money, right? So it's like you get to double dip. I'm going to earn that commission. I'm also going to bank volume that will allow me to do that Team Cycle Bonus. Why we encourage you to hit Diamond is because 14 coach or 18 as a Diamond coach. Let me just show you this next slide. So for example, I just showed you my week or my volume right now. So obviously my right leg is my strong leg. Oh my gosh, why does it keep doing that? Sorry. Obviously my right leg is my strong leg. It would do me a disservice to add coaches on that leg when I have 789,000 in volume. Again, I've been doing this for 4.5 years. So if you look at your volume, you're like, wow, mine's not anywhere near that. Hang in there. Promise you, if you stick this out, it'll grow as well. So my weak leg is the one that I'm like, I need to grow this. This is where my team's going to be growing. This is where I'm adding my coaches. But look at this. So I just talked about how the Team Cycle Bonus works. $3,069. So obviously, if I divide that by 100, I know that's going to go into that as many times as possible in 789, right? That's roughly about 30 cycles. So 30 cycles times $14 as an Emerald coach is $420. That is passive income. $420 in passive income as an Emerald coach. Okay? That is the power of team volume, growing a team, helping them be successful. As a Ruby, you earn 16, so that 420 bumps up to 480. As a Diamond, it bumps up to $18 a cycle, which is 540. So the difference between the Emerald and the Diamond is $120. I don't know if you're like me, but I would hate to throw that $120 away. Put yourself in the position where you're able to maximize that. Because if you're an Emerald right now, you would be losing. If I was an Emerald right now and not a Diamond, this week I would be losing $120, which, okay, maybe that's not too big of a deal for you. It is for me. But over the course of a month, that's almost $500 that I'm not tapping into, that I'm literally just like flushing away. Okay. Over the course of a year, if it was 120, which it might be more than that, right? Obviously it's more than that. That's $6,000. So when we say get yourself to Diamond, it's because we want you to maximize this business opportunity and get yourself the most income possible. So I just wanted to show you that example, kind of just show you why that's important, why you should, first of all, get as possible, and then same thing, sprint to Diamond. We can kind of go further from there, but if nothing else, that's where you need to get yourself as soon as possible.
And when you're becoming so when you first sign up as a coach, depending on where you are in the business, you become a coach and you become an Emerald coach, hopefully with your spouse. And if you don't have a spouse, don't feel like, well, what am I supposed to do? You can totally use a family member's account. Use your mom, use your dad, use whoever. Well, we can tell you about that later. Just use an account that you can control as a business. Get yourself to Emerald and then get that spouse account to Emerald as quick as possible too. Because everything that we've been talking about, team cycle bonus, getting to Diamond, making extra money, double dipping, you can not only do it for yourself, but also through your spouse account. And that's going to help you make more money faster. And again, if you have questions about this after, we can go through it in depth with your specific business and what works specific for you and what makes the most sense. Okay. Just had to throw that little tidbit in there. So maximizing your team volume, selling non-coach challenge packs underneath your spouse account. Now, I know this may make you nervous because you're like, that could be Success Club points. But if it is not a coach that is building your Diamond account and you're in this business to make money, it makes more financial sense to sell it under your spouse account because you're going to be able to not only make commission, but it's also going to contribute to your team volume. Now, there's no reason that if you're building a business and building a team, you shouldn't be bringing on 3 to 5 coaches a month. Those coaches place under yourself until you get yourself to Diamond. So if you are Diamond, if you are below Diamond, every coach you bring on board with a challenge pack, sign up, personally sponsor them under yourself so you can get yourself to Diamond. But if you have customers that are purchasing challenge packs, or if you have customers that are purchasing just Beachbody On Demand, they're just purchasing Energize, they're purchasing 3-Day Refresh, all of that should always go underneath your spouse. Same thing with your personal orders. If you are purchasing Shakeology, that should go under you personally because that's going to keep you active and keep your account good. Everything else you purchase for your household, Energize, Hydrate, Beach Bars, anything and beyond should be purchased under your spouse account because again, that becomes team volume for you and you make the commission and you make the team volume. Beyond that, keeping your customers happy, running an amazing support group, a community that keeps people excited and engaged is going to help you have customers and coaches that stay on continual consumable orders. They're going to drink Shakeology. They're going to see you drinking Energize, so they're going to want to try it. They're going to see that you're doing a 3-day refresh, so they're going to want to try it. If you're offering an amazing experience, people are going to want to plug in, and they're going to want to keep staying involved. So keeping your people happy will keep your TV high. And get people trying more things. So I know that when we first started, and this has kind of been an evolution, when we first started, there was one thing to buy. You had a challenge pack. It had a DVD program. You got to pick your DVD program, and it had Shakeology. That was it. There was no Energize, Hydrate, Beach Bars, like no Recover. None of that was available. Now there's so many options. So either finding the product or consumable that works best for your client, if maybe a challenge pack isn't a good fit right from the beginning for whatever reason, helping them find what works best. Or if they are getting a challenge pack, share it. I just sent out a link for an 80-day obsession challenge pack with Energize, because I was like, hey, this is what I recommend for you, and here's why. So don't just do it and like, oh, hey, surprise, I added this onto your cart because I love it. Why is it going to benefit them? This is going to give you everything you need, and I know you're going to love this because you told me you're a busy mom, blah, 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 whatever. Whatever the case might be, share with their purchase, but make sure it makes sense for that client and you didn't just like add something to add something, or it's going to come across salesy. Offer a solution that your customer can't refuse. We know that the challenge pack is the best bang for your buck, but that sometimes scares people away. Sometimes that's too much all at once. It's okay if they jump in the door and all they get is a 3-day refresh and that's it. It's okay if all they do is get Beachbody On Demand and Energize, because that's going to get them excited. That's going to get them segued into your community. They're going to see the energy in your community. They're going to be super pumped. They're going to become lifetime customers, and they'll get everything else along the way. So don't feel discouraged if you can't sell a huge challenge pack right from the beginning. Just get them in the door and get them excited. You're going to find when you take that pressure off, they end up getting the challenge pack 90% of the time anyway, because it is the best deal. But don't be so close-minded. Get yourself to Diamond, earn more for that cycle bonus, and get your spouse to Emerald, and then get your spouse to Diamond as well. So remember, the sooner you get yourself there, the sooner you can get your spouse there, and then you're running 2 accounts. And 2 accounts make double the money, and that's the goal, is to really grow that income and start your business going. And then teach your team to do the same thing. That's our entire approach for June, is to make sure we are teaching our entire team how to maximize income. Because if everybody on Team VIP is maximizing their income and working smarter, not harder, we're all going to benefit together. And that's the top priority.
All right, so game plan for this week is I posted a video, your upline should have posted a video on how to find your TV and fill out your weekly scorecard. Again, we're going to be really recognizing and celebrating when you're helping new people get started, and sharing what that volume is so that you can be aware. Because again, what you don't track, we can't improve upon. If you don't know what your volume is at all right now, I would encourage you after this call to go into that coach line office, look at volume, my team volume, and go see where you are and start tracking it. That's something that, I look at almost daily, and I watch and see, and I look at trends, and I know which months are typically higher for me in volume and which months are maybe a little bit slower. So I have to maybe be creative in how I'm sharing what I'm doing and offering different solutions. Okay. So be tracking that volume. That's something we want to be looking at as well. And including a form and menu graphic. That's something that I've been sharing for people. And like Jessica said, it's so nice for them to see what's available. In the beginning, we didn't have much available. Now there's so many options. And like, I love to upshare Energize because that's what I use all the time. I also really love Hydrate. I drink it every single day. It's like Africa hot here in Texas. So it's like a game changer for me. Like, I just need it because it's so hot and I'm constantly sweating. So I share those things a lot as well. But if you need help on those conversations, take a look at that script that we shared, as well as that mini graphic that you can share your people. I'm a super visual person. I want to see what I'm getting. So that works really great for me. The last thing is that we are going to be doing a 3-day refresh, July 1st through the 3rd. I posted about this maybe like a week and a half ago. Who wanted to do it with me. And then we thought, let's go bigger. Let's not just do our team. Like, let's invite our clients and our customers and maybe people that you have never worked with before. But who doesn't enjoy a quick 3-day detox where you actually get to eat food? Like, you're not going to starve yourself. You get to eat food and you get incredible results and feel amazing so that you can enjoy yourself out on the lake, on the pool, wherever you are on 4. We will be doing a sneak peek into the benefits of the 3-day refresh. So you don't even have to stress out about it. We'll give you example scripts and how to invite and all those things this week. But basically, you just invite people to learn more. That's it. You're not asking them to say yes or no right now. Do they want to learn more? We'll be doing the work, sharing why it's awesome, showing before and after results. Because if you've never done the 3-day refresh, the results are freaking amazing. Like, it blows my mind what can happen in 3 days. us. Maybe they've been wanting to do the 3-day refresh. Why not do it with a whole big group? And it's also a really great way to bring in new clients with a great experience and drive all of our team's team volume. Okay, so it's like literally a win-win for everyone. The timing couldn't be better. So super, super excited about this. We'll be sharing more details, opening up that group as well. Probably tomorrow, we'll make sure that we have it ready to go because we want them to go ahead and order the very last day. Let's give it so that it has time to get here. It would probably be June 21st, so that it has time to get here for us to start on July 1st. Cool?
Okay, so looking at questions, Jen, I thought the 3-day refresh was no food, just Shaco 3 times a day. No, it is 2 protein shakes, a Shakeology, and lots of food. There
healthy
is
fat, veggies, yeah.
There's a lot of food and lots of water. You're definitely not hungry. You may be like, oh, I miss my sugar and my caffeine, and you may go through that, but definitely not hungry. And not Shakeology 3 times a day. That's a lot of superfoods. A lot coming at you. So don't tell people that, Jen, and don't be scared. You got this. And then Leah, talking about the formula, right and left leg, about team cycle bonus. I think you're talking about how you cycle bonus. So you have to have 200 on one leg and 100 on the other leg. Is that what you mean? What formula are you talking about?
No, Raquel said something earlier about making sure one is double than the other one in number, or?
I mean, ideally, in a perfect world, you would like to have a 1-to-2 ratio, because that means you will be using up that cycle. You'll have 100 here and 200 here, and it'll go evenly. If I always go like boom, 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 because that's what I figure like a team cycle bonus is like, boom, we're canceling each other out, boom, we're canceling each other out, making $18, $18, $18, $18, $18.
But it's not like one leg is this amount and I need to make sure that this is half of that amount.
No, because we can't really control that. Like I just showed you, one of my legs is significantly higher than my other. So my focus is, shoot, I want to make sure I'm really tapping that strong leg volume as I can. So I'm focusing on building that weak leg. That left leg is where I'm adding my coaches, where I'm adding my discount coaches, where I'm selling things out of on this side. Does that make sense?
So you have to have at least double. It has to be a 1-to-2 ratio before you can cycle bonus.
Yeah, I get that, because I get that part, but it's like the signing up people on which leg to know.
So always just ask and just say, hey, where should I put people? Because we can easily look, like for you specifically, Leah, you have a very strong right leg. So you always want to be putting your business builders on your left leg.
Right.
But always, because it depends on where you are in your business and where your volume is. And your volume changes. As you get a strong business builder, your once was weak leg might become your strong leg. So it always kind of evolves.
Okay.
Any other
questions?
I just
posted that video. It's in the show on the Team Cycle bonus. Literally watch it over and over again, because I had to do that until it clicked, but it'll click and it'll explain Team Cycle bonus better.
Yeah.
Cool.
Any other questions? Sorry, we went over.
Isabel asked what it takes to become a ruby and a diamond, and that just has to do with how many sponsored coaches you have signed up underneath you. So to be a diamond, you have to have a total of 12 in a specific order, including 4 coaches under you, and then have 4 coaches on each side, so 8 total, and then have 2 of those people be emerald. So like with your rank, it just depends on how many coaches you have signed up beneath you. So like just stay in the process of getting people signed up, and then the rank happens.
And your upline should be able to tell you too, as you're signing up coaches, they can tell you, oh, you're getting close, you need to have a coach on this leg to make sure. But again, in our big Team VIP family, there's an album called Show Me the Money, and it has what an emerald looks like and what a diamond looks like. Ruby's kind of elusive. Very few people hit ruby. So there's not a picture of that. But basically, if you're hitting ruby, you're like about to pop diamond any second. Like that's just people accidentally fall upon ruby usually. So don't worry too much about that. Emerald and diamond is what we really focus on growing. Any other questions?
So we'll get the 3-day refresh details out Monday and Tuesday, so that you can use that, get excited about that. Feel free to invite all the people to that. And then questions that you have as you're going through this week, don't hesitate. Like if you have a question, somebody else probably has the same question. And while it can be confusing, it's also super exciting because you have a lot of control over building a really incredible team and a very strong, stable income. And that is top priority.
Don't stress yourself out about knowing all the details. We just told you, we probably, I think it is closer to a year, had no idea where our money was coming from. It felt like monopoly money. Your job is to get great results for yourself. Help people get great results. Find a solution that works best for them. Yes, share it. Help people get a solution that's going to work for them and get them bomb results too. And then teach your team how to do the same. It's so simple. And you're like, Raquel, that seems too simple, but literally that is what our job is. And when you do that, when you help others get what they want, you get what you want and you grow your income. Cool?
So we have an awesome sneak peek into the 3-day refresh planned. But the very first post in that group is going to be a video highlighting our team's results. So has anyone on this call done the 3-day refresh before? Okay. If you have, and you haven't done this already, I know both Megan and Jessica sent a video. If you could just before, as soon as you're done with this call, film a 1-minute horizontal in your phone, just why you did the refresh, why you liked it, and what your results were or who it would be good for, literally less than a minute. And then you can either reach out to me and say that you have it, or you can look on TVIP Family and you can text Amy Gonzalez, who's putting together a really nice video of all of that along with some pictures and stuff too. So I think that will, there's so much social proof or that's such an effective way to show that this works not just for you, but for other people too, especially if you're someone who hasn't done the 3-day refresh before. When you get people added into the sneak peek, they're going to see oh, these are real people who are like me that have done this. Amy hasn't done it yet. And she was even oh my gosh, watching these videos, I can't wait to do it. I need to order it today. So if you, yeah, Isabel, something was wrong with your file. I'll message you though. We'll get it figured out. But that would be awesome if you could send that to her tonight so that she can finish that video so that we can get that up and open that sneak peek group this week.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. I totally forgot. Thanks, Rachel. Okay, if you have questions, sorry for the internet. I hope everyone stays safe if you are in the storm path. We'll post this recording. Have a most wonderful day. We'll see you on the social. Bye.